So back to making videos. So we got ourselves a dog there, that's Murph. We got a dog there, that's Ava. All right, so we are just going to briefly talk about interpolation and extrapolation. And interpolation is when you are what is referred to as taking data from the scope of the, or predicting within the scope of the data set. So if your data set starts at 5 and goes to 30, and you're trying to figure out the prediction value at 17, you're within the scope of the data set. The scope's actually a subset of the domain of the function that you're looking at. Now, anytime you go outside of the scope, so again, 5 to 30, so if we're looking for 35, the result from 35, that's extrapolation. You need to be careful with extrapolation because that's where model breakdown occurs. Model breakdown is when the model doesn't make sense, and I'm going to take an example of that. So if you're looking at number 6 on page 329, they give you the model. They'll tell you that the y is equal to, and this is the a they list, and this is the b that they list. So the negative 1.341x plus the 32.234. And I just decided to pick a couple of levels, and let me just point some things out here. This indicates, because it's the slope, that you have a downward sloping line, and that's giving you the negative correlation. Our R value is negative 0.896. That's pretty strong. Again, the closer you are to negative 1 or positive 1, the stronger the correlation is. All right, well, I decided to predict what would happen when x is equal to 4. So if you're watching television for 4 hours, how many sit-ups can you do? So based on this model, and I have this negative 1.341 times 4 plus 32.234, you got 26.87 sit-ups that you can do, okay? Now I thought about, well, what would happen if we did 24 hours, and you would put that where the 4 is there, and you do 1.341 times 24 plus 32.234, and I got 0.5. That's not a lot of sit-ups, okay? And then I said, well, let's watch 36 hours of television in a day. And we got negative 16.042 sit-ups. Well, first of all, that's not possible. And second of all, how do you do negative sit-ups? So I wrote, huh? And put the question mark there. That's the example of model breakdown, okay? Hopefully that makes sense.